Hey guys, this is Tigress coming back to you with episode 25 of Minecraft New Adventures. How was that going to work? So, today guys, we are basically going to get a few things done and I will discuss that in a very second, but first we're going to go... Let's say, what the hell's that? And it's like, oh, it's one of the pirates. First we're going to go and jump in the pool. Whee! And obviously we should take breakfast. That was something I need to do. Yeah, that can be done at some point. The temptation just to chuck a gate on this door. It's too tempting. Basically, guys, the one downside to living basically right next door to a village is that they tend to come in uninvited. On way too. Not many of that. Yeah. Like, this dude is literally walking into my house and it's like, oh, it's perfectly fine. It's like, dude, you're trespassing. So, there's this which I've not finished because I wanted to get finishing the episode. Now, come. Also, guys, if you heard that beep, again, that was my fan. I basically said stream no fortunately. It's like, in this hot weather, the fan's going to be on. But guys, this basically, I decided in between episodes that I was going to do a path, and I wanted to line up the path, which did mean moving this like 3 different times. First I moved it 1 over, and then it's like, okay, nope, need to move it 2, then I needed to move it. But yeah, this has been moved a couple times, which is why that's also been moved and like that's all been planted. But you have the stone brick covering up, you have the nice path all the way down. You do have the stone brick stairs on down just to make it look a bit nicer. Then you have the path going all the way to here. If I do like eventually build stuff, say like behind here, like other farms, like other animal like pens and all that lot, that's where the paths will be going to. The paths like lead up straight to here, so it's just all nicely done. It's not like you're stepping on stone brick, but yeah. Again, all the paths go to the right end. And guys, this... Okay, I need to quickly sort that. Also, this is also being sorted out slightly. But this originally was moved... I was questioning why on God's green earth, and I was like, how the hell am I supposed to get back in? And I was like, hold on, wait a minute. I never put gates on chicken pens. I'll sleep and basically explain, and I'll also grab some carpets to chuck onto them because I didn't put that into consideration, did I? No, where did not? But yeah, so today we're basically gonna be getting a few things done. Also guys, if you're new around here, please like and subscribe. And second of all, any political things going on between US and Iraq, and then anything the UK like president has said on the topic, I might live in the UK, but I do not go into politics conversations for a couple of reasons. I will quickly over those reasons in a second, but first, getting back to... I said I've built a path and it's like, I know for a fact I'm barely going to use them. You know what, the temptation to put a gate on my front door, or to even just do a nice little, like, gate system up to, like, here. The temptation. Now, where I'm going to use green earth did I put wool? Oh, it is enough to make a painting. A later date, I will worry about getting chickens in. But actually, I'll go into it now quickly. Guys, the reason I'm saying I'm not getting into any political conversations is because, quite frankly, I don't know the full stories myself. All I've heard is the fact of the US have basically said this and this and done this to Iraq, and Iraq have basically countered, their proposals and all that lot. I'm not getting something, one, I don't know full story about, two, something that I don't see the point in getting into. But first, I'll carry on with that. But first, guys, yeah, this did get moved one over. So it's like, wait, hold on. This was like, hold on, wait. This is only like 3 blocks. So I moved it over, and I moved it over like the one, moved the hopper, placed it over there. It's like, hold on, wait a minute. This pig pen, like, not even. It's okay. So wait a minute. This pig pen, this side was 5 over. So moved the pig pen over by 1, and I just left that how it was. But yeah. So yeah, guys. So not getting into political conversations mainly due to the fact of it's nothing to do with me at the end of the day. I have no control over any of it. And a TikToker who I can't think what the pub is, but he doesn't own it, but he rents it from landlords. I can't think where it is. I'm also going to pop to the iron farm to see how much iron's there. If I remember what the pub's name is, I will say in the video, and I will say. But he rents it, and apparently I don't know how true it is. I've not seen the pictures myself. But apparently the president went in there, and this TikToker, and potentially does YouTube too, but has been getting hate because of it, because it's like, why in hell are you serving him? It's like, you're going to say that to every place that he goes into? We had more iron than I thought. Also, guys, this will be the last time until, not necessarily like the last time I get iron, because I know for a fact it won't, but I will not be running the iron farm, because basically, I don't know whether it's just a case of the version of the iron farm that is made, but it works a lot more efficiently when I'm essentially stuck and down now for a couple of hours, and the reason that it's on the reason we start on day 93, because it's like, day 94, day 95, day 96, 97, then say day 98, 99, and then day 200. I didn't want to go over to 200 mark until say episode 26. So there won't be no out of stream stuff for at least until next week, which is fine because it means I'm not instantly going, what can I get done? What can I get done? Now, why I have, just because I want to know whether I'm going to need more and whether I can actually use this wood on me to make chests. And the answer is no. But yeah, like, he let a person into the bar. He wasn't working at night, him and his son, because it's sort of family-run business. We're now having a couple pints, and he's been getting hell since. I disagree with anyone who is giving people hell for, serving him. At the end of the day, guys, you do realise, like, people in power have power, which means they might not always have a choice about whether they want to or not. And 2, he wasn't the one serving them. And from what I've seen, and I do believe this myself, all he did was say hello to the security people. That was it. So, I get not liking someone like, I'm not the biggest fan of our president myself. I think there's a few places where it should be improved. But at the end of the day, I should probably sort the gates too. At the end of the day, it's not my place to deal with it. Besides, the UK's run rate for presents at the minute is stupid. Part of me is kind of like, do I want to leave this open, do I not? And it's like, I kind of do. You know what, actually, I want to leave it a tiny bit more open, like, I want it to seem like, I'll break 2 more, and I'll break 2 more this side. I want it to seem like they've got, like, this sort of giant, like, grass area open, it's not, you know, an encaged area. So yeah, guys, that's the reason I'm not getting into politics, because, quite simply, I could say until I'm black and the blue that I support the whole thing that the president's doing and all that lot. In reality, I don't. Like, some of the choices he's making, I'd say are questionable at the very least. But yeah. We'll do a gate there. I'm not going to put gates around there because 1, it'll look ugly as anything. 2, I don't see the point. And you know what? I'm going to chuck them here just because I want it to relatively be like a safe like area to get in and out, which means I probably will do some sort of like ladder systems on like both sides. Which, yes, does mean I do need more, which hopefully I have some spare dark oak. Thankfully, gates don't take that much, but yeah, overall, I wish, guys, how the hell does the door get half left open? There are pressure plates there. And I do. But yeah, guys, I'm not going to get into political conversations. Anyone in either the Discord group chat, because there is a White Tiger Discord group, in streams, in chats, in comments, gets into political stuff and tries to drag me into it, you'll simply be told, don't, and if you carry on, you will be banned. Because, quite frankly, I'm not getting into political views based on the fact of actions of, 1, Donald Trump, 2, our current president. And the reason I'm saying our current one is, 1, I don't think it'll last that long, 2, and guys, I'm not saying that against him, I'm saying it as a case of UK and president doesn't exactly last as long as they probably should. But again, I'd be more than happy to be proven wrong. But again, another reason I don't want to go into conversations about it is because if somehow like these like streams, videos and what do reach him and he's like, oh, I don't like this, you know, this person, you know, saying shit about me online, when in reality I'm not, but people take stuff how they want to take it. I'm then, you know, either forced to A, delete a stream, B, then suffer legal action, which I'd rather not because I wouldn't win. It's not the fact that I don't think I'd win, it's more the fact of, you know, money can buy really good lawyers or attorneys, or essentially, you know, legal people to go over all that stuff, and I'd essentially be told, shut it, or else, and quite frankly, it's not worth it. But now that the doghouse, I said doghouse, guys, the doghouse isn't going to be a normal traditional doghouse. At some point I will just put like a literal like sort of dispenser system in the corner, where like I press a button and if I go like, it's not going to be the best, but if I'm going like on a like, for instance, a nice little adventure where I'm going to be walking, then I'll bring the dogs. But if I get an elytra at some point, because I will get one at some point, or if I'm taking a dragon, then I'm not going to. But every so often I will probably just press the button and take a couple of dogs with me on a nice little journey. But that is after I've named them, which will be after I get iron. And probably one says, you've got like a stack of 15 in your inventory and like half a stack in your house. It's like, Yeah, the half stack in the house I'm keeping just in case I need to remake iron tools or anything along the lot. And this is all going to instantly be turned into hoppers. So yeah guys, anything political I will not go into conversations about. Because quite frankly, I don't see the point. Because at the end of the day, I can't do nothing. Like, technically speaking, yeah, voting all technically can. But voting only does get you so much. You could vote for someone you really want to get in, but like someone could instantly say they're going to do this and this. Until it does get done, it is just kind of empty promises. Also, guys, I'm saying it now. If at some point UK does announce, and the rest of the world announces, oh, we're going to war, which I'm hoping for God's sake it doesn't. Although I will say this now, I'm not siding. I'm not saying anything that, like, for anyone, but like, as far as I'm aware from a clip, granted, I know people say what they want people to say, what they want the internet to believe, but as far as I'm aware, the president of the UK is currently trying to find a situation that doesn't involve violence. Also, guys, like, when it comes to Donald Trump as like America, half of the Americans who did vote for him, like, several of them have come out and been like, yeah, maybe we made a bad choice. Because from looks of it now, like, I don't know what like Iraq have done other than essentially counter-strike, you know, America. But again, not going into it, I'd rather not be dragged into it, and hopefully last time I talk about the conversation. But time to actually get back onto building. Yeah, I need to load chest, so I'm going to try and get like a stack of wood. Also, guys, some new Adventure episodes, well, almost all of them now should have thumbnails from now on. It's just basically like, unless I do it beforehand, which I don't like. I want the thumbnail to essentially be based on like what the actual stream or video was, and I don't have the luxury of being able to pre-do that. Like, I don't know what like thing I'm gonna decide there and then that I want. Now, something I do want to know. Apparently, if you approach a dragon with like a weapon in your hand, they see it as like an act of violence. Now, obviously, if I saw a Night Fury down here, I would not be approaching like this. Okay, they flew off. Ah! Thank you, Deadly Knight, for not obliterating me in about 2 seconds. Oh, thank God, it's pretty good. Guys, when you need like just typical wood for like making chests or for like sticks or something, dark oak trees are like one of the best. Because you get like a load of wood very quickly. Or if you're not like, if you just need a load of wood and you're not fussed on the wood, dark oak gives you a load very quickly. I think dark oak gives you a bit more than jungle and 4 trees jungle and 4 tree oak. Not 4 tree oak, 4 tree spruce. I'm making a bamboo gate and blocking things off when by the end of the stream because it is getting annoying. Also, I keep forgetting I have things like golden apples and a few netherite scraps. Just because so far we've got 23. I do need to get some more gunpowder, and I will need to get some more sand, which all of that will be focused on like for next week. Like, if I don't have the iron farm done by today, like, I can tell you now what will happen. I'm hopefully gonna get like the doghouse done, And by done, I mean right now, I say for the most part it is. There's only one thing I do want to do, and it's more, I can't decide on what slabs I want. I want to put a slab with like sort of like sloped roof, just so the dogs do have some like weather like stuff. Because I don't know why, it's a recent thing. It was something I did on the old world, if any of you saw that. So the design will be very similar. But like I sort of did this instead of doing what I did for Quest, like I built a giant ass box. Thing that is now, it's like this looks so much more nicer. Like you can see the dogs at any point, and I will give them shelter. But yeah, if I don't somehow have everything sort of built, like my plans for say next for like 30 streams would be trying to track down, you know, the Night Fury Toothless. Also, guys, I'm saying it now. Anyone who does start commenting stuff about the new live action movie, or this is in general, I mentioned it now about any live action, any movie that's currently out, I start dropping spoilers in comments or streams, you will instantly be told you'll get a man, or your comments on that lot will be deleted. Just because, no, I'm saying that kind of hypocrite for me saying it, because there have been points where like the Arrowverse TV show was not 100% into it as much as it used to be, but I did kind of ruin the big crossover Crisis on Infinite Earths. And I've mentioned a few times that I don't want things ruined, but like I don't know why I've accidentally done it a few times. So it's been like, let's start mentioning stuff about this really popular thing. But like I will not be having people drop in spoilers just because it's like, just because it's funny. It won't be funny, or it won't be funny when you're getting slapped with the case of bye bye. Also, Overwatch streams should be coming regular from Saturday onwards. Basically, guys, the new schedule isn't a case of getting, like, basically, the new schedule was the fact that I can make 26 helmets, 17 chest plates, 20 leggings, 35 boots, 48 swords, 24 axes, 24 pickaxes, 24 shovels, 24 iron shovels, 24 shovels, and 24 hoes. It's saying something. Now, I got about enough to make 15 blocks or 99 iron bars. Damn it! Although what I am doing, guys, any iron that I do get that doesn't get used in the instant case of, at some point half of those stuff will be taken out. What I am doing is basically then going and just chucking it into my normal supply, because that way I'm still keeping a decent bit of iron. I probably could have made a few more hoppers. But yeah, guys, hopefully as long as we get everything, or when I say everything, most... See, I basically ignore the fact of what things look like in your hand, but like sometimes it's just funny. So we need another half. Thankfully, that iron didn't take me that long to get. So I might go and spend a tiny bit of time at the iron farm now. But yeah, guys, I probably will go up to say day 198. Now, when I say days don't matter at this point because it was just the first 100, I mean for the most part they don't. But like days, like when it gets to like days 100s and all that lot, it's like when it gets to like day 100, day 200, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like day 1000, then I do start going, right, okay, want to, you know, sort of capture this, which is why I typically will be like, for instance, I tried to stop around 190, but it's like there's still a few more things to like I wanted to get done, and it's like, okay, would day 200 would be in the episode. Also, I'm kind of happy the fact that we've then been like got enough to sort of make almost another full set of Gronko. Actually, another full set of Gronko, because we already have the one. Probably two full sets of Detonata. At least another full set of Hideous Dippleback, and at least another full set of Monstrous Nightmare. Potentially two. I said I was doing it, and I'm doing it. One, two. There, guys, I will admit, that makes the heist look a bit uglier. And I don't like the fact of it. But if it stops people randomly opening my goddamn ass doors, I will deal with it. And yeah, I get it. It's just a door. Deal with it. Although that's also kind of bugging me, so I'm gonna take. Just because I like the representation. But yeah, guys, this stream has definitely turned from a case of being more positive, more cheerful to, yeah, let's rant for a half an hour. But I like the fact of having, you know, oak logs, jungle, jungle, pale, pale, spruce, spruce, birch, birch, dark, dark, cherry, cherry, bamboo, bamboo, and then stripped oak log because I accidentally. Basically, I don't know if I showed it. If this side, I don't think it was in stream. I had forgot about it. But like this side got like a creeper blew up. I had the axe out because I was sorting stuff out, fixing it all that lot. I accidentally, you know, stripped one of the logs, and it's like, I don't want that look. So, you know, had to go get another piece of wood, and thankfully I had one. But yeah, guys, these paths, I did it in between, and they didn't take me too long. But they do look so much nicer. Something I did bump into, it's like, wait, hold on. There was literal, you know, giant holes under, like, a couple of these. This, at some point, I'd love to make bigger. And I probably will at some point. I'd love for this to go down to, like... I'd love just to sort of go break the bottoms. Also, the reason I was eating steak was because after sorting out the iron stuff, it's like... Oh, I could probably do with, you know, food. It's like, you know what, I'll go and cook the steak. Now, something I do want to know. Now, annoying thing is, I'm probably going to use a good bit of bamboo still, and I've got rid of, like, half of my bamboo horse. I will, in a future episode, just be like, here's the bamboo. I probably should. What I want to know is, do I actually shovel? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, if I ever do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there'd be a nice little block in between, but yeah, that'd be fine. Actually, I'd be more than fine. I'd have 2 block spaces because and basically, guys, what I'm doing right now is just what I probably should have done a while ago. One, two, three. Okay, yeah, still a bit of room. Also, the reason I didn't just carry on like this pattern, it does still kind of link up here, and it does still go around most of the place. And at some point, once I have properly done the village and like done all the changes I want to do, I'll have this all the way around. Because all it is just oak and birch, which I have plenty of both. But yeah, once I know I've done all the changes I want to do, at some point, I will then, you know, do the parts all the way around. Also, guys, I apologise in advance. If this episode's been more of, you know, gloom and doom, then I am sorry. It's not what I've wanted, but it's how it's turned out. See, I don't want to cut down a giant tree, and I'm presuming the only other tree is probably that. I like how that is. I know it's me being fussy, and it's just me being fussy, but at the same point, I'm choosing to be fussy. Also, on the list, which will get done at some point. See, I don't know how big each thing's going to be. Because I'd say for a Grunkle, you know, a 4 gate wide, so 6 altogether, would be fine. And I'd say for a Dadley Natter, the same. At the same point, would 6 be, like, would 6 wide be enough? So what I probably will do is, annoyingly, have it, like, be a massive, it'll be a massive project. It'll be something that takes, you know, a few weeks. Just because I'd want space at the bottom, I'd potentially want, say, an upstairs storage area, and if it's not proper upstairs storage area, I'd potentially want it for food. But I will get to that when I get to that, and when I need to. And at some point I will. Now, the one thing I probably am doing out of episode, because I don't know exactly how I want to do it, is the parrot tower. And the reason I said probably is because it's like, do I want to make a giant ass tower on top of my house? No, I really don't. I think it's going to look ugly as anything. But doesn't mean I don't have to build, you know, I could do a tree house. It's dumb and stupid, but I could technically just do a tree house. See, technically, if I was smart, I could have, but I wasn't. See, I don't mind opening doors. Never have. I put trapdoors down, just so when I'm running out, I can run out, and then when I'm coming back in, I don't have to worry about them being closed. But somehow, they wouldn't close. Like, I don't get how. You can't... Do I have to, like, put a block there to make it so you... What do I need to make that thing again? Can I make one of these from in this? For a minute. Forge! What do I need to make a forge? Because if I have to, I'll make another. Creaking heart. See, it does still bug me how it's like, oh, you could make Night Fury armor. And I'd like Night Fury armor, but I don't have access to the stupid Night Fury. And guys, it really shouldn't bug me the fact that I don't know where Toothless is, but at the same point it's like, where on God Green Earth is that dragon hiding? I will hunt it down. But yeah guys, like, this is definitely going to be a bit of a short stream considering I will probably go to save 198 and then call it. But it's not because it's like I don't want to stream for longer, it's more of a case of I still want a couple like days before day 200. And more a case of I'd like a couple days for wiggle room, like if I for instance like, okay, I can sit and do this for a little bit, I've got it as an option. It's like I keep saying, I'll get the iron farm done. Not the iron farm. I'll get the chickens done. Turns out they're being more of an annoying pain than normal. What happened to the chicken? See, technically speaking, wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to grab a chicken and chuck him into the pen. But I know for a fact that chicken will be annoying. I know for a fact that I'll need to place a block and the chicken will just be standing there. Mobs in this game, like, see you need to do something, they choose to be annoying. Guys, I don't want to compare them to GTA drivers, like NPC drivers more specifically. But like, there's definitely a comparison can be made. And the reason I say this comparison, NPC drivers on GTA 5 are like, ooh, we're seeing this dude's turning, you know, left, like he should be, signaling the proper lot. We're gonna crash into him. But yeah, literally guys, I just have to stand here for a few hours. And part of me's annoyed, like, the fact that, like, this cobblestone not just smoothed all the way around, but part of me's like, it kinda looks nice. Although, I have made the mistake of being like, if you want to, like, do a full leash, you need to turn fire spread off, which has pros and cons. Like, something I typically do leave off, like, something I've turned off a few occasions, and it is turned off on Quest, is mob griefing. But mob griefing's not Pacific. How long gonna spawn? But yeah guys, mob griefing's any mob in the game. But I feel like mob griefing should just be a case of you don't want creeper explosions. So basically guys, what happens is a creature dies in there because it's not always iron golems. They then spawn down here. which means I technically also have a red dye farm and a mini string farm. I don't treat it as a string farm though. I do just kill spiders to get string. But I'm not going to stick around all day to wait for, you know, string. Not string iron. But yeah, basically guys, over the weekend I will just spend a few hours there just doing nothing. And the reason I say spend a few hours doing nothing is basically I just sit and I typically will just sit and like scroll through something, whether it's Instagram or Twitter, Instagram or TikTok. And yes, guys, I did say Twitter because it's like it's still like for me it will always be Twitter, no matter how much somebody called Elon Musk wants to change it to X. Which I don't get is if you want an app called X, make an app called X. But I will say now, Twitter kind of just went. It was good, and then yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people did. I think a few people do still use it. But yeah, a pen for the dragons is on the list. And I will show you roughly where I know I want to build it. But it's also the reason why I'm currently working. Like, I have a sugarcane farm, I have a beetroot farm, I have a berry farm, I don't have a wheat farm. Also guys, the reason I've never fixed that, even though I could technically just take one of those blocks and replace it, which I have no idea where it went. As far as I know, cobblestone slabs can't be destroyed by creeper explosions. So again, I have no idea. But yeah, the space that I'm thinking is I'm thinking clear this back for a good 30-40 blocks. Clear it completely back. Again, for like, say 30 blocks each way. It'll take hours. What I probably would do is just do a load of it off stream. Just because I would not be willing to be sitting here strip mining for hours. And not even strip mining, getting dirt for hours. And when I do get a load of the dirt, I can tell you now, other than the odd patching up stuff, which I potentially would just use my dirt, I'll just be using rock smash to burn every last little drop of it. But something I do like is like this new gated area because it looks so much more nicer. The nicer little gated community around the back of my house. Plus, it stops mobs from going in there, and the dark oak have a nice little texture to them, which I do like. And what was I gonna? Oak. But yeah, guys, what I was saying earlier is Overwatch is now going to be a Saturday thing. Because I changed the schedule. I want to say it was at the beginning of the month. Maybe just near the end of the month. Just because at the time it's like, I kind of want Spider-Man 2 to still be going around my birthday. Because at the time it's like, oh, I want to be able to stream before Sarah's birthday. But I was like, you know what, no, I'm just going to do quests because I keep promising to bring quests back. And I did. I've done a stream long quest. But again, I don't want to start new adventures and then instantly go back to essentially my roots. It's not fair to new adventures. Which it's literally, like, new adventures literally just be a case of, like, quest is there, but new stuff can happen. The only annoying thing about living near farmers just didn't take the stack. Knew it. But yeah, the only annoying thing about living near farmers is that they tend to do that. Now, I could technically fit another one in, but at the same point, I'd like the ability to be able to do a path this way. And to do that, I need 1, 2, 3, 4. But potentially, well, I'm not saying 100% would, potentially, because I might just treat this as like the farm area instead of going down to this way, is something might happen to the blacksmith and he might get relocated to the top one because I don't need two. Or his house might just get moved several blocks to over here, or out of the way to over there. But now I have wheat and beetroot growing, so it's kind of decent. But yeah, guys, it kind of does kind of accidentally work out decently because it's. I spent a good few hours the other night, like last week even, just streaming New Adventures. And it worked out kind of nice because like I spent a few hours then, and I'm cutting it short by a couple of days, and not by much. Hold on, wait a second. You're down here. Is there an actual villager? No, there isn't. My plan, eventually lock all the villagers out of my house. Out of my bed. Also, one thing I'm like really good happy about is when they do wander, start an attack and stuff. They don't start using like their actual attacks. Just because one starts fires, one starts lava attacks, and then one's an explosion. But yeah, probably what will happen is this will probably get chipped back a bit. Same with like this. And I probably will just build the stables like here. But only because I've not had a flight this episode. We're gonna go for a nice little quick flyover. If I find Toothless now, I will be happy as anything, but I do plan to go search next episode. But yeah, guys, I am gonna try and look for the Toothless next stream, next episode. Just because it's got to a point where it's like, I want to know where he is. So what I will do is I'll spend the full episode, like, adventuring, seeing if I can see him. Did that go into? No, we're doing. I was like, surely it's not that close. Venturing all that lot and seeing where we go to. After the stream, after the episode after that, we will be doing. After that, I probably will just in between get the rest of the iron. I won't finish it until like I am streaming, but it'll be a case of standing at. I probably will try and get say 4 stacks. So I thought you only had like a stack and a half. Turns out I had 2 and 15, stack and 15. Probably then we'll just build the house because that's not the house, the roof. I'm partly tempted to use birch, partly tempted to use bamboo. I don't know. I'm kind of also tempted to use dark oak. But all it will literally just be is a case of going slab, like slab all the way around, up 1, slab all the way around, up 1. But that's all it will be. But again, that won't be done for that won't be done until next week. But either way, also I did expand the horse pen. I've only just noticed like I forgot I'd done it. Basically, the horses were starting to look tiny bit cramped, and I was moving it because of the path anyway, I believe. So I've moved it back a little bit. So, but yeah. Anyway, this is Tiger signing off. Hope you've enjoyed. See you next time. Bye.